Ladies, gentlemen, esteemed non-binaries, and furs, Trashkin all, good evening and welcome to Trashbear Gaming. And the lake house was out on the 22nd of October. Alas, I couldn't find a place to slip it into the rotation. But we're going to see about that right now. So, before we get into it, I do have a few catch-ups to do. First, the big one. Ubisoft appears to be in dire straits with its stock. Now, Trashkin, I can't explain the exact reasoning, but it turns out the investors don't appear to have a whole lot of faith in Ubisoft. The stock tanked for a minute and then only shot back up when the controlling family floated, well, we'll talk to some of our investors about a buyout, and then the price shot back up. If you don't know, a lot of this might be linked to the abuse scandal they had 2 years back that they didn't want to talk about. And a lot of the people still in the trenches yeah, they're still running things in the same fashion. It's still nepotism and what the leading family says goes, which is how the abuse situation happened in the first place. Hence, not a lot of confidence from investors that they can do it well as far as running a company. Turns out folks take a dim view of that long term. So, that happened. The other big one was this September, while I was in the frenzy of Halloween special, Unity repealed its per install fee for Unity 6 games, which would have been terrific news. A year ago, the first time they announced it and the dumpster fire lit. Like, I hate to say it, but your best move would have been to have walked that back and concentrated on good relationships. Unfortunately, they're still pushing a lot of AI tools, and Trashkin, I don't know about you, but I don't like the idea of my work potentially being a copyright case when we find out maybe they didn't use best practices for gathering that training data for their AI tool. Interestingly enough, Adobe's also in some hot water. The last time I remember Adobe being mentioned was in an FTC case because, as it turns out, the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, takes a dim view of hidden cancellation fees for a subscription service, which is how Adobe Suite sells itself these days, for about $1,500. There's no early cancellation. There's fees if you cancel early. It was a mess, and like, you don't learn about the fees until you try to cancel, and the FTC went, no, you need to be upfront about that. So that's a mess, but we're gonna lay that aside, Trashy, and we're gonna get into the lake house. Gonna learn a little bit about our favorite FBC agent. Yes. Ooh.
This isn't the Bureau's first time in Bright Falls. 1970, 76, 8. Last one was in 2010. It's not exactly clockwork, but this town sees way more altered world events than most. We knew it was just a matter of time before the lake acted up again. After the AWE in 2010, the FBC's research department set up a facility, the Lake House, to study the threshold in Caldron Lake, find better ways to contain the entity inside. Your tax dollars at work.
Ayo.
When we detected a spike in paranatural activity at Caldron Lake, before I even knew you were on this case, Saga, the Lake House was my first stop. I was short-handed, hoped they could spare some help, maybe give us some intel on the situation. If I had any clue what was waiting for us in there, Saga, I'd have just kept on driving.
I wonder how many of the theory crafters are already hard at work calling back through previous notes of control.
This is Agent Kiran Estevez responding to an AWE alert in the vicinity. I need to speak with the Marmonts.
Shit.
So much for the welcome wagon.
Alright, boys, I'm gonna need a K-12 saw and a
You
Red
all
Bull.
set up the perimeter. We're on the threshold's doorstep, so keep your eyes peeled.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, kid, I can probably get through that with a step box and a little persistence. Oh! Return. Addendum. Identification card belongs to Agent Estevez. Alright, scan.
This shouldn't take long, okay? You see anything? Radio me.
Alright. We have a semi-automatic FBC pistol, semi-automatic with high stopping power, 2 batteries, 2 magazines, and a trauma pad. Let's get that trauma pad set up. I believe oh, yeah, top slot. Please and thank you. Let's see. There we go. It's been about a week off for me, Trashkin. I took a little break.
The lake house was run by the research department. Research and investigations don't really see eye to eye.
Yeah.
What they call science, I call a violation of Bureau protocol and human decency. Classic interdepartmental drama. Your FBI saga, you know how it goes. Now, in retrospect, my low opinion of the research department may have clouded my judgment.
Fair. I mean, I don't like getting out of bed and going places either. I mean, given the choice, Trashkin, I'd rather get up at noon, fix myself a little lunch, feed the catto, make sure the puppo's doing good, and, you know, watch a little something, putter around on the compy. Alright, so you can get a van through that, which, not the roughest trail I've seen, but that's saying something. Dumpster. Any trash? No trash. We are denied trash, Trashkin. Ooh. You know what this reminds me of a little bit, Trashkin? Those of you that were around for Blair Witch 2, the old factory, and that drawbridge, or that catwalk across to it, yeah, that's kind of getting that vibe here. Nicer factory, though. Well, that looks like a scanner if ever I seen one. Little chunky for a FD scanner. They tend to be a little smaller in my bit, but maybe the FBC came out with those, and this is the format.
Hello?
Yep.
Agent Kiran Estevez, Investigations Department.
Anything fancy here? Ah, that's familiar.
No one wants to check the individual carrying a firearm into a restricted government facility?
Well,
No?
is that too high? That feels too high.
Hello, and welcome to another exciting day here at the Lake House. As I'm sure you know, I am Dr. Jules Marmont, and this is my wife.
Dr. Diana Marmont.
Why am I doing this?
And together we are the heads of research at this facility.
Big, why are we doing this
We want
vibes?
to thank you all for helping us break new ground in our study of Caldron Lake.
That's right, Jules. But don't let our exciting work in threshold regulation and dimensional coupling keep you from observing the proper safety protocols.
You said it, Diana. We run a tight ship here at the Lake House. So, always remember the 3 S's. Safety, security, and censorship.
It's a C. It's a C.
That is the joke, Diana.
Well, it's a stupid fuck.
Wonderful joke, Jules. We'll see you down there.
ADR. Like, I love one's enthusiastic and clearly memorize their lines as a character. The other is acting as though they're reading cue cards off to the side. And the ADR, just perfect. No notes. Well, let's see if there's anything interesting here.
It's locked.
Shit. I don't think we're gonna... Oh, that's the cooler. Ramos daily grind up. No doodling. We're a serious corporation. We have no time for frivolous whimsy. Alright, this mostly seems to be off it. Hello.
That's handy.
Don't know how useful that'll... Ah, documents. Avarambi. Raman? Ah, I butchered it. Ava. FBC personnel. Status update. Oldest house. To all staff. On-site observation teams report that the oldest house is still under active lockdown. Status of Director Trench, management team, and all other personnel inside the oldest house at times of the lockdown remains unknown. Observation teams have detected fluctuations in the redacted field originating from the oldest house as of redacted, increasing in strength as it loops through a specific pattern every redacted hours. These readings are currently being analyzed by research staff in the Boston office. Any personnel with information pertaining to the signal should contact them immediately. Sincerely, Ava Ramani. Yeah, that's my best. Supervisory agent. Well, I got a little bit of a purview into what's going on with the FBC these days. Oh, that is an ancient pencil sharpener. Like, I think I had one of those once upon a time. That's like straight out of the 80s, man. They weren't pretty, but they were pretty efficient, unless your lead was off-center, in which case you're out of luck. Did everybody get the company? Donut ritual. What could this mean? They're also like the generic Homer pink, but without sprinkles. Like that, it's a Simpsons donut is what shocks me. Can't find pink icing around my neck of the woods.
An experiment. That bodes well.
Experiment in progress. Who be plumbing the depths of science?
Dr. Marmont's not here.
Hello.
Nobody is? I'll have to check downstairs.
To my new fellow head of the lake house, love Di. Oh, that's sweet. A bit much, and it's gotta weigh. Just, even if it's a hollow bust that's been bronze. Good lord. Hello. Barrows University, on the recommendation of the faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in them, the trustees of Barrow University have conferred onto Julius Francis Marmont.
They must all be working on the lower levels.
Oh,
I'll need to head down.
Francos. Julius Francos Marmont, the degree of Doctorate of Applied Science, and is entitled to all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. William Devereaux, Chairman of the Board of Trustees. Paul Jensen, Dean of Barrows. Aww. Dr. Casper Darling, Head of Research. Jules, appointment as Facility Head. Senior Leadership, FBC, has determined to appoint Dr. Jules Marmont as Head of Research at the Caldron Lake, her facility, Caldron Lake, Washington. The appointment will be shared with Diane Marmont, effective upon the facility's completion July 18th. We don't have a year. It's not an obvious one. Oh, special service. Exceptional Contribution Certificate in grateful recognition of outstanding contributions to Bureau's scientific endeavors. All right, we're learning a little about what's going on. Ah, see, I probably could have gotten that info here, too. Science fact of the day. Although most famous for acting, Hedy Lamarr also invented in her free time. She patented a frequency hopping device for torpedo guidance systems at the age of 30. Is that true? Hold on, Trashkin. So, Trashkin, upon a quick Wikipedia, yes, Hedy did in fact do that. Apparently it was never brought into use as the apparatus was said to be too large to fit into the torpedo. Let's see, on August 11th, 1942 was the time. Was patented under her legal name, Hedy Kiesler Marquis. Or is it Marquet? Though, given that it was offered to the Navy and knowing a little bit about military history at the time, I believe it's the Department of Munitions who actively got in the way of doing anything new or more efficient in the Navy. They exist for a reason. I want to believe it's a good reason. But historically speaking, like, these are also the guys that when torpedoes were turning up duds, went, you're just bad with torpedoes. Security and technical support, all divisions, update computer password reset policy, effective September 14th, all computer passwords must be reset daily to address security concerns. We are aware this may be an inconvenient change and lead to difficulty remembering your password. We recommend using a permanent set of digits as the beginning of the password, numbers followed by numbers that change daily. Try using significant personal dates, coordinates, etc. Do not use birthdays, the current date, phone numbers, etc. Please do remember that, for the time being, passwords are not to exceed 6 digits. Okay, so we know it's 6 digits. That is actually terrible password advice. Your password is best off when it has enough, replacement key card plus fill out the field below. New key card will be issued once your request is processed. Jules Marmont, place required, highest one, I forget what it's called. My old card went missing. Indicate here if your card was stolen. How do I know if it's stolen or lost? Why do you not put microchips inside to follow them if you are so concerned? I am the head of research and I expect a new card on my desk by the end of the workday. Subject P. Research profile. Extensive testing. Subject is confirmed to possess an intrinsic paranatural ability that manifests exclusively during the act of painting. The paintings feature scenes or events he would have no knowledge of. Even sometimes painting an event before it occurs, this effect has been proven multiple times. Wait, Pete, yeah, back at the lodge in 1. Remember the guy doing the paintings of Alan? I'm betting that's it. Has estimated 40 to 100% success rates. Note the lack of precision in his range is due to the team's inability to prove that the painting's content will be realized at some point in the eventual futures. Researchers asked to reiterate their hesitance to publish any concrete statements surrounding the subject and his ability at this time, as the nature of the paintings and their paranatural effect have been exceptionally difficult to measure and quantify. Subject is suspected to be a Class 2 para-utilitarian, though additional testing will be required to confirm this. At this time, his ability is not believed to be a direct threat to himself or others that can be controlled. The nature of his ability is to show the current or future events via the art he creates, but but the extent of this forecasting cannot be determined by researchers with a high level of precision. Unlike the art created by Alan Wake, there is no evidence the subject's art is directly manipulating reality via the shadow's energies. Okay. A significant date. It's the 14th. Let's assume... Let's see. 14th. 07, 18, 14? Yeah, let's try it. Let's see. 07, 18.
That's not right.
Damn.
Nope.
Damn, what's the date? No date there. Alright, alright, alright. Is there a date here? No. Also no. Alright. July 18. July 18. Okay. Their suggestion was use the impermanent set of digits as the beginning of the password, followed by numbers that change daily. Okay, okay, okay. Let's try 18 September. Little memento. Okay, let's assume he needed something from the daily. 38. 07, 18, 38, maybe? There we go. Unlock. Terrific. Mail. Remember to lock your computer before leaving your station for any amount of time. Changing your password does not improve or affects our facility's security if you leave it open. Brian Lopez. Project Arbutus has officially requested return. We returned the pages. We aren't using them for any work on Project Ramos, and they are shared research materials, so can I release them back to Arbutus? Sincerely, Perry Levine, Senior Researcher. Annual budget. So, does next Wednesday work? Go F yourself, Jules. From Dr. Jules. Kingston. I apologize for the difficulty my wife is presenting, Harry. I believe she is suggesting that I would rather take her project's budget. An unfair and preposterous accusation. Though I am confident you understand that, I would be happy to meet and discuss the annual budget. It is, of course, the head of researcher's job to oversee such work. Maybe Diana is no longer up to the task. Ooh. I am too busy to attend meetings. Just use the budget from last year, but make sure to specify that a specific percentage of the research budget is to go towards Project Arbutus. Okay, so Ramis was that. Deanna's is Arbutus. So certain individuals won't be tempted to slow down the competition by stealing resources. Ooh, love and science don't mix, baby. Well, I mean it does, but you know, that's not really not the topic we're on. Good morning. A friendly reminder that the proposed annual budgets need to be sent out by the end of this month. Every station is being asked to give a thorough breakdown this year in an effort to find areas where spending can be reduced. Should I book a time for us to speak and make this a plan? Ooh. That's rough. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Is that a drafting drawer? Huh. Odd place for it. Alright, well, let's... Wait. Was it that door I unlocked? Aha!
This should come in handy.
Security clearance 1. No clue who it belonged to. Low clearance. But it's enough to get us through. I assumed it just opened the elevator and that'd be locked forever. Well, down we go, Trashkin. That took me an embarrassingly long time to figure out, but... Ooh. Fancy chime. -1, -2, -3, and ground. 4 and 5 appear special. Let's hit 1.
As soon as I got in that elevator, my bad news detector started going nuts. Estevez to team, something's going on in the lake house. I want all nearby agents to... Oh,
shit. Well, we're in it now.
Agent Estevez, what's your status?
Functional. Shit.
Breach detected on sublevel 5. Staff should seek shelter immediately.
we have a situation in the lake house. All agents converge on the facility now.
Oh boy. Okay.
Relay that order.
Shit.
A
They're
threshold
about to get
event
chewed
had
up
hit
and
the lake
spit
house. Now it was the Marmont's problem. Our mission was outside.
What?
What the fuck was that?
It's like a freeway. Whatever else is going on here, let's scope that first. I think I see light. Nope. Lake House continues to make progress towards its goals. Various avenues of research are being pursued. Recently, one such avenue has yielded unexpected results. Research into nursery rhymes, directed by Dr. Marmont, led by Dr. Campbell. Is that a reference to ye old hero's journey, I wonder? Campbell was kind of less than personable, as an art form has shown its viability in its ability to connect. You know, its viability to connect would do, but fair enough. With the Caldron Lake threshold, as a result, the nursery rhymes findings will now be carried forward by the co-heads of research incorporated into ongoing research across the lake house. Effective immediately, research teams will be briefed on how to utilize effective elements of the nursery rhymes into their own work. Dr. Campbell and his team are being reassigned. They will continue to develop their work on nursery rhymes outside the lake house. Any exposure risks related to performing confidential work outside the facility's premise has been acknowledged and accepted by the co-heads of research. Signed, Dr. Marmont and Dr. Marmont. Threshold linking Jules creates a stable link between our reality and that of Redacted continues. Progress is good, with all teams reporting high confidence the successful connection will soon be possible. Recent efforts in utilizing paintings by Subject P to adjust reality in a way that achieves our goals were unsuccessful. However, this result allowed us to discard that avenue of research and focus solely on a much more viable one. Our new hypothesis states that the threshold's energies, and thus its reality-altering effect, are drawn to pieces of art that contain a significant level of emotion. This is supported by a clear trend in data we have gathered over the years. If we can identify and quantify the emotion of an art piece, our work will speed up considerably. Work has already proceeded with immediate focus on developing devices capable of measuring the level of emotion in a given piece of art. For now, our research will continue to focus solely on art produced by Subject P, while no pieces of his have yet yielded successful results outside of their assistance in discovering redacted pages. His proven status as a para-utilitarian makes his work the most suitable research material. Refer to F2 15 3821 for full report. Interesting, but not immediately useful. Casper.
Dr. Darling.
Huh. No sound, though. One thing he had is... oh, a shelter. Coffee. Hello. Ammo box. Thank you. Manual save, please. Alright, we're all ready. I don't think we get a fancy mine place this time, but they're on frames. Are those bolted in? It's an odd choice to put handles on something bolted in. Do they slide? Keep seeing the handles and want to slide them, but hello. Ooh, flashbang early. We going hard? I feel like that says we're going hard. I'll just quick slot that. Level 2 clearance. Yeah, they slide. No stopping any time. Moving machinery. Oh, it's a rack. That makes a little more sense. So I guess that is a draft or an artist's cabinet. So drafting cabinets and artist cabinets work a little differently. Which name you hear depends. They tend to be big wide cabinets with individual shelves where you can store your work, and they very often don't have sides, just a front, so you can easily pull it aside once it's open. So you don't catch edges on things.
That is not a regulation FBC weapon.
No, it is not. Looks fancy, though.
Can't open it from the side.
Okay, what we got to work with here?
Okay. Priority 1, get the lights on. Standing around in the dark near Caldron Lake, you're not smart?
Over here? No?
The way I saw it, there was only one way out. Identify the source of the event and contain or eliminate it. Now, good news, I just had to keep going down. Bad news, the elevator liked to disappear.
That seems like the spot. Alright, racked. I missed that on the walk-in.
At least the elevator's back.
Alright, now let's scope this out, shall we? Who is developing a rifle in their spare time?
Can't open it from the side.
So that's the level 2 door then. Okay. Well, it's not like I have a different access key on me. Strange. Well,
first off, a huge thank you to everyone here. The Lake House has made amazing strides in researching the AWE here at Caldron Lake. Great work, team. I wanted to come in person so I could check in on the latest work. I won't get in the way. It's not our view, so no reason to be scared. Did you hear that, Doctors Marmont? While I'm here, I want to focus on the relationship between the shadow and the AWE site below the lake. The theory that the shadow even originates from the dimension this threshold is tapping into is compelling. Eventually, I want to understand how this dimension manages to convert subjective elements like art into objective reality. What are the constraints of this phenomenon? Can it, say, create altered items or even objects of power simply by manifesting them via a piece of art? These are the things we need to know to accurately classify the shadow. I mean, that name is not very scientific. I mean, who came up with that? Shadow. So, any and all proposals are welcome. Anything testing art's effect on reality by using the shadow's energy is preferred. To find answers, we'll first need a lot of data. No wrong answers. And when I return to the oldest house, I'll take back anything we end up with to run against a classified project called Hedron to build a comparative data set. I wish I could tell you more. It's very, very exciting. Non-physical forces impacting. No, sorry, I really can't. It is. You know what? Maybe some of you can come visit. We'll have to get you clearance, of course, but maybe that can. You know what? I don't want to take the entire day talking. So, the shadow represents a whole new area of research, and I couldn't be more excited to start digging in.
You know, it's usually bad news when the lab's excited. For a yoga ball? Huh. That's pleasant. You know, part of me wants to just grab one of the emergency lamps, light it, and carry that around. Oh, well, ain't that great. Alright. Let's see what we can find here. That's functionally a wall. Can I mess... Oh, don't mind if I do. Ooh, another trauma pad. No luck. Denied.
This keycard won't get me in.
Okay. Can I activate the machinery? No. You'd think there'd be a manual override or a emergency detach. There's another set here. Can't move though. Oh. Another ammo can. Well, that's at least useful. Flare and a flash bang. I'll just bring. Oh right. Hot slot it. Oh. Not what I meant to do. Nope, no luck there. Curses, this canvas is too resilient. Alright. Okay. Well, Trashkin, I'm stumped, so, to the guide! Oh, there's a compy. Okay. I get to feel Oh! A derp. It's like, well, power's out. Alright, what we got here? Not you. Yeah, you. Missing Blackrock? Significant amount of Blackrock missing from sub-level 5. I expect there's a misunderstanding and someone has taken it to another floor by mistake. If you did this, respond to this message and we will fix the problem. Blackrock is a precious material. We only have so much of it now that the oldest house is closed. Pages request. Perry, please do not release any of those pages. Tell Diana and those fools on Project Arbutus. Wait. That we misplaced them. An unfortunate fucking accident. Tell them we are confident the pages will resurface in 2 or 3 weeks, but we are too busy making progress to look for them right now. Be sure to say that we are making progress just as I wrote above. Hello. A gentle reminder that nut allergies are a serious health issue, and making light of them is not appropriate in workplace behavior for anyone of any seniority level. Bringing nuts to the office is a health risk and should be avoided for everyone's safety. Thank you, Harry Kingston. Pie Day. To celebrate the arrival of fall, I have bought a variety of seasonal pies from that local dino you all seem to love so much. Project Ramos can come and enjoy them in the lobby near my office. All of the staff should visit Dr. Marmont's office to see if she brought pot. Also, despite the ridiculous dramatics of last year, I have purchased the delicious pecan-filled pies. Happy fall. Jules is kind of a jerk. Like, if somebody has a severe nut allergy, you really shouldn't. But Jules seems to be kind of airheaded concerning their own. Security reminder. Please remember to lock your computer before leaving your station for any amount of time. That's familiar. Brian trying to get this herd of cats to do the thing. Alright, well. Oh. Oh, no computer dar. Computer here? Of course not. Wait. What about you? Nope, no luck. Other room, maybe? I tell you, those ammo cans blend right in is the problem. They really do not stand out. Hold on. What are you?
Bingo. That keycard's gonna get me to sub-level 5.
Unfortunately, Jules' keycard went missing last night. Huge shame. On a totally unrelated note, I now have level 3 clearance card, plus a lot of Blackrock. Been grinding the Blackrock down into a powder and stashing around in case any gets confiscated. Next steps, weapon tests using Blackrock powder. If successful, maybe send schematics to off-site teams. Could lead to transfer out of this shithole. Need to think up of more applications for BlackRock now that I have some. There was a researcher at the oldest house who had tons of ideas like this. I wish I could remember the name. Why is there an interact over that? Alright, so Jerkface did a thing. Huh. Well, back to consulting the guide, I suppose. Well, Trashkin, I feel a wee bit derpy. I didn't check that map. I didn't check the map. All I needed to do was check the map. That's egg on my face. By the sound, when I hit that switch, life is about to get real interesting. Alright, so I got the setup as best I can. Goes.
If you can understand me, I am an agent of the Federal Bureau of Control. I can assist you if you take no harm. I never fucking.
Uh-oh. Can't down them. Well, that's definitely a problem.
What the fuck were those things?
Isa. Oh, that worked?
Deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You never really get used to the shit you see in this job, but
nope.
You can learn techniques to adjust, to function. Take 6 deep breaths, then get to work. Find the source, collapse the threshold.
Sir, please hold. Please hold.
Now where am I?
What the hell? Threshold?
If you can understand me, I'm an agent of the Federal Bureau of Control. I can assist you if you take no hostile action against me or any action that can be perceived as hostile. Do you understand? Well, I'll be damned. So what kind of entity are you?
That's clear as mud.
You can speak. That means you probably imprinted on a person or retained some of your former self's information. Previously human, maybe? Okay, I can work with that. I just had an unpleasant encounter with some other painted individuals. Any relation?
1,000 paintings used corrode.
What does that mean?
Paint no brush a self-portrait.
Okay, hey, calm
Whoa,
down.
whoa.
Only his eyes and hands and bones.
You need to cease all hostility right now.
Whoa!
No.
Ah.
Bad news.
What?
That thing is really pissed off.
Good news.
It didn't try to kill me.
There's that. There's a freeway? There's no freeway here. The hell even am I? Observation and holding. Cell. Why are there two cells? Ah, who's there? Oh! The key card's in there? Jeebus Jones. Alright, not possibly get to from
lobby.
here. Let's try free.
Only one way to go.
Yep.
Angry living paintings are not typically on the Caldron Lake bingo card. But something different was happening at the lake house, and I couldn't let it escape.
Oh, those are finger
Bright
spinners.
Falls didn't need this particular cherry on its already shitty Sunday.
Sublevel 3.
There. Seems like an office block. Hello. ATD output and calibration. Automated typing device. ATD will produce writing mimicking that of Alan Wake. Ah, no, they fed it AI. Known para-utilitarian with the goal of affecting reality with the same consistency of Mr. Wank's writing. To reach this level of authenticity, each page produced by the ATDs must be evaluated and graded based on similarity to Wake's original style. Grading on criteria found comprehensibility, most basic criteria. Page must use language and develop stories in an understandable or organic way. Style: the page must accurately mimic the style of Alan Wake's writing using pages in the lake's house possession as reference. Tone: accurately mimic the tone. Content: accurately mimic the typical content of Alan Wake's writing using pages. Once graded, they will be fed into the algorithm as preferred reference material, thus continuously refining the writing produced by the ATDs until they can produce near identical stories to Alan Wake. Once that is achieved, we will provide instructions to the ATD on what to write, effectively gaining control of Wake's ability to link the shadow power. Oh, this is not good. I wasn't expecting a story about AI run amok, but here we are. Terrible AI ready is gonna do me in.
September 12, 2023. Notes regarding a page of an Alan Wake manuscript I found in the archives. I checked the records, and this page is not in our inventory. I believe it manifested inside the lake house directly. I won't be filing this page.
Oh,
It'll just send
no.
Jules into a panic. The page is written in Wake's usual style, so I can't say for certain if it's being literal or figurative when it calls us monsters. But what's interesting is that the page indicates that a painting succeeded in linking Caldron
Oh,
Lake's
God,
threshold with our facility.
Diana.
That has always been the clearly superior avenue of research, but I never considered that the writing itself would dictate a different art form as the catalyst for our success. I cannot accept that. I can't allow Jules to stumble his way into success. Not after the years of work I put into this research.
Oh.
I got word yesterday.
This is ugly.
2 writers are visiting Bright Falls.
What?
I will beat Jules to the finish line.
Oh. Organizational update. Moving forward, research at the lake house divided into 2 distinct projects. Arbutus will focus on studying the writing with Dr. Diana Marmont. Ramos will focus on studying redacted and his work. Staff will soon be notified regarding the project assignment and required desk changes. Your patience is requested during the reorganization. Confidential faculty matter and is not to be discussed with external agents or teams. Oh no! If you have any questions, please contact me directly, Harry Kingston. They engineered the competition amongst themselves? Hello.
Rudolph Lane stood back from the canvas. He didn't recognize the piece. Did he paint this? His mind was foggy, unfocused. He knew the Marmonts were putting something in his food. A man in a white coat came to steer Lane back to his cell. He did not resist. He was too tired. He lay on the bed, but the stench in his cell wouldn't let him sleep. An acid stink. The turpentine. The paint. It was all over him. Years of it. 1,000 paintings. 1,000 more to come. A putrid weight he could never wash away. Cold hate simmered below the mist clogging his thoughts. Hatred for the paint. Hatred for the brushes. For the Marmonts.
Oh no.
For himself.
Rudolph ended up the painting. Words per sentence, max 12, min 1, average 6.7. Is coheads 1 word or 2? Dialogue, clipped phrasing, third person, omniscient, broad timeline, concepts. Marmont, FBC, lake house, conflict, water, dark.
Diana and Jules Marmont had once been a team. Rising stars in the Bureau, both talented in their own way. Diana innovated and Jules got funding from the bureaucrats. Cooperation led to respect. Connection. Then after a decade of hard work, the happy couple were promoted. Co-heads of research. Their first years at the lake house were good. Challenging, but not insurmountable. Not for them. Gradually, thoughts fell into their heads like drops of dark water. Why does she get all the credit? Why does he get any credit? With that, a crack formed in the lake house. The Marmonts and their work became arrogant, erratic. The crack widened and the water seeped in.
They got burped.
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment.
Hello. Yonk.
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow.
Edward Franklin
it became
Booker.
Trapped, stagnant, went
Born
bad.
in New York, resides in New York.
The truth was controlled here. The art was
Tamitha
not art.
Booker. No
just
known children or
content for the
dependents.
experiment.
No paracriminal affiliations. Located Bright Falls. And as of 09/10/23, writer and director of 5 stage plays, unsuccessful.
There was
Confirmed
a crack
artist
in the lake
designation,
house.
author,
The Marmonts
playwright.
had let the lake in, but
Background
the water could
investigation,
not flow.
very short amount of
It
time
became
as per
trapped,
instructions.
stagnant, went
As a
bad.
result, the information
The
contained in
truth
this
was
report is not
controlled here.
comprehensive,
The
potentially
art was
harmful.
not art, just content
Tempha
for the
Madison Booker,
experiment.
Atlanta, Georgia, currently resides in New York, married Edward. 3 commercially successful true crime books. Publication was a poetry collection
There was a crack in the
unsuccessful.
lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow.
Alright, before we even. Step 1. Alright, check for utilities. nothing. We don't have the shoebox. Oof. It's gonna be a rough.
Typewriters. Please don't let this be what I think it is.
It is.
As you know by now, typewriters and Caldron Lake do not mix. And a room full of them all clacking away. 100% bad news.
Typewriter brand investigation. Precise brand and model of typewriter used by Alan Wake with intent to use this particular brand for redacted, and the ATDs continues unsuccessful. Sources contacted with discretion. Publishing house, no useful. Agent refused to discuss client matters. Spouse refused to discuss. Redacted, no useful information. Emil! All available online. Interviews, publications pertaining to no useful information. Relevant team, alternate sources of information. ATDs continue to be operated with the available typewriters until Alan Wake's preferred brand is known. Theoretically, replicating Alan Wake's style of writing via the same branded typewriter used by the officer should yield optimal results. Director Project has indicated that a similar investigation should be launched into the branded random type of ink that Wake's typewriter used. Oof, extreme lengths, huh? Hello. So many reels to pick up and discard. Creation reduced to an endless cycle.
March 7th, 2018. Notes regarding Dr. Emil Hartman, founder of the Caldron Lake Lodge, where he manipulated artists in an attempt to control the power of the shadow. I've gone through his notes, which were confiscated by the Bureau after his arrest in 2010. Overall, Hartman's work was sloppy. Complete disregard for proper scientific method. But he was bold enough to try something we haven't. Our procedural writing machines are promising, but we could understand the effects of Caldron Lake's threshold much better by observing live artists in action. Thanks to Hartman, we even have a list of prospects.
Oh, God.
Next step is to send Dr. Darling a request to bring some into the lake house for analysis.
Okay, content of Wake manuscripts. Begun to find pages from a manuscript very likely written by Alan Wake, para-utilitarian and suspect in past case involving Caldron Lake. Though I do not like to bring myself or my biases into my work, I must do so here to address the matter being examined as reference for any future leads. I am Dr. Diane Marmont. Pages recently found summarizes my life with Jules, husband and co-researcher. It has turned us into characters for a story, making generalizations and assumptions that I must attempt to evaluate without emotion or prejudice. The accuracy of writing is intriguing. It reports our past in Bureau, but also details our inner thoughts that an outside recorder would have no way of knowing. Jules and I have indeed been having more and more interpersonal conflict this past year. Raises many questions. How does Wake, wherever he is writing from, get his information? Or was the page itself determining these emotions and events? I cannot believe the scope of Alan Wake's writing ability goes so far as to have dictated my entire FBC career. And if it did, would it matter? Even if a person knew their life was being driven by an external force, would it change their nature, their behavior, their personality? My disagreements with Jules are not sudden shifts in personality, rather a growing resentment. I firmly believe that that though I have no evidence to prove it, which brings me to a new research query for our team. What methodology can one use to prove their actions, their mind, their love or animosity are theirs to control? Oh, this is a terrible fate, Trashkin. Damn. We fall? We fall. Got 202s. Did I get the second point of interest there? I think so. Oh, yeah.
There was a crack in the lake house.
Well, there's nothing obvious. Beginning production screams they did the same thing with paintings. Is there an off button around here? Oh dear. Hold on. The back of the chamber isn't marked. Is this painting production?
Shit. I can never say no to extra firepower. Back where I started. Spatial recurrence. Usually observes the law of 3.
I put in calibration. Oh boy, we in the loops. Yep, that's the same. But are you the same?
This contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance. Cause and effect hopelessly tangled. Arranged wrong, the dream logic flawed, the feedback loop doubled and redoubled out of control. The pressure kept building, looking for release. This contrived overlap rebounded on itself.
Oh joy.
September 12th, 2023. Notes regarding the page of an hourly manuscript.
Rudolph Lane stood back from the canvas.
Yep. Same there. Well, if you're in a time loop, remember to save. Okay, uno momento, Trashkin. All right, I wanna solve this loop, and that's where we're gonna call the first run.
This contrived overlap rebounded.
What? Oh.
Shadow is here. Good thing you brought a flashlight.
Oh. Oh, yep. This is not how the story goes. First main couple ahead. Paint can only be stunned temporarily using certain items. Experiment with the tools you have. Quick succession. Urban legend shared by the locals says that a mad scientist runs a bizarre experiment in a lab. Hand flare to escape the enemy's grapple.
This contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing.
Shadow is here. Good thing you brought a flashlight.
Ah! Almost had it that time. Not quite. Did I remember the hotkey of the shotgun, or was the game kind enough to do that for me? Kind enough to do that for me.
Rebounded on itself.
Shadow is here. Good thing you brought a flashlight.
Joy. Brother. Aye. All right, we got to deal with the runner first.
This contrived overlap.
Oh,
rebounded
helps
on
if I
itself.
take the ammo on hand.
Compressing, compounding, reflecting.
That'll help. That'll help lots.
Arranged wrong with the dream logic.
Shadow is here. Good thing you brought a flashlight. had been corrupted. Shit just kept getting worse.
Woof. That's a rough loop, Trashkin. We're down to a shotgun shell and a mag. Woof. I'll take... Ah! That'll be helpful. Whatever it is. Ah, bullets. Basic 9mm. A celebratory orb. Ah! Oh, nope, nope. That just looks like an ammo can. Make sure I grab everything I can. This is heckin' rough. Okay, that's going to do a lot of good. Our health's not doing great. There we go. Best move we got at the moment. Back through the paint smear. Oh. Oh no. It's a lot of dead bodies. Yeah, I don't see him.
Loop 3. Should be the last one.
I keep coming back to this page. The author's clearly awake. It's like he's warning us. But about what? I mean, what does it mean? This page scared Jules away from the work on Wake's writing. A coward can't stand risk. Science is risk. For me, this is proof that we are going in the right direction.
Oh.
I just need Rudolph Lane's paintings to lead to more pages so that hopefully one day we can understand.
Shotgun ammo. Glorious shotgun ammo. Best to reload now. Look, I'm not complaining, but if ever there were a time to +1 load, it'd be now. Oh, more goodies. Ugh. Well, we got what we got, Trashkin. We're gonna make it work.
I keep coming back to this page.
What? What? Oh, joy.
What is that?
I have no idea. I love you. I was ready for a fight. This is not what I had in mind. What? What? Huh?
Ugh, locked. Maybe there's another way in.
Oh. Okay, game minimized itself for a second.
Uncontrollable shifting phenomena.
You won? Alright. I mean, I assume I'm gonna need that, but... Ah!
Won't open without power.
How the heck do I do that? Oh, carry it over? Carry it over! A yoink! Then we do the thing with this. I mean, I assume I do the thing with these. I don't have anywhere else to put one, so... Well, let's make sure I didn't miss any goodies in here. Workbench. Oh, no other goodies here. Right, like that. Power that up. Power this up. Fascinating. What? My brain doesn't like that. Okay.
You again.
What happened to you?
Did the people here do this to you?
Marmont's clogging his head.
Alan Wake's writing is being studied here. Do you know anything about him?
Names don't matter. 1,000 more to come.
They say clear communication is the key to any relationship. You and I have some work to do there. You said Marmonts before. Do they do this? Where are they now?
Misery, hate.
Tell me where they are.
The man in the white coat.
Christ. It's fixated on the Marmonts. What did they do?
Search me.
Access denied. Ugh, this key card isn't gonna cut it.
How do we do now? Alright, so we're on Frey. Try 2.
A threshold is the connection between a foreign reality and our own. Now, they all have their own rules, strange as they are, but the further down I went, the more chaotic this one got. Clearly, This was the Caldron Lake threshold, but something was wrong.
Something's very wrong.
More wrong than usual.
True. Interesting how the elevator has those fingerprint ships.
Sublevel 2.
Level-wide lockdown in effect. Please remain calm.
Uh-oh. Locked. Oh, this is gonna be a mess.
I wonder what happened here.
So.
Jules Marmont looked at the painting. He didn't understand it. Saw only random whirls of color. Drugging Lane made him more compliant, but his work had turned abstract. Jules needed more art his team could parse, could test. Trial and error. These abstract explosions of color complicated the data. His grip tightened around the letter opener in his hand. The piece of art he needed was hidden inside Lane.
Oh, God.
If Jules could simply cut the painter open and pull the painting out of him, he would. The overhead lights flickered. Jules would make Lane cooperate. No more drugs. Less carrot, more stick. Jules had to go faster. He wouldn't lose to Diana. Nothing else mattered.
This is terrifying.
I can't paint anymore. I know you want me to paint, but I can't. I'm empty. Rudolph, now, you love to paint. And you are such a talent. This is just the classic artist slump. No, I hate it. It's just taking from me now. When can I leave? You said you'd let me leave. Rudolph, but you volunteered to come, remember? We are helping you, like Dr. Hartman did.
Oh,
Perhaps
God, Rudolph.
you need to see our doctor? I can arrange that. No, that's... I am feeling better. Much better. I will paint. This is wonderful to hear, Rudolph. I knew you would come back to your old self.
Rudolph Lane, subject P. Nice to have the confirmation. Condition report. Shown to decline. Redacted in the past several months. Initially, this presented as an increasing resistance, frequently declining requests to work. However, given time and pressure, subject would always relent. Subject's attitude towards art also undergone a change recently. He is disinterested in his work, quickly becoming frustrated, sometimes even damaging or destroying the piece before it's completed. In the past few months, his work has become much more abstract, no longer showing true-to-life subjects or landscapes, rather conceptual art that is much harder to define or categorize. Whether this sudden interest in abstraction is a form of rebellion or a consequence of growing redacted or a source of genuine artistic interest is unknown. Yesterday, subject refuses to touch his supplies, claims he cannot paint anymore, wishes to leave. Subject's refusal has effectively halted all research. While the team can continue to run tests on the backlog of paintings, they estimate there is little new information to gain. Subject must continue to paint if work is to proceed. However, the team is concerned that convincing the subject with force or coercion may only entrench him further in his position. Action to be taken. Jules, co-head of research and project leader, suggests a high dose of redacted be introduced into the subject's food to cure his redacted. If the subject's attitude does not improve, then low doses of redacted will be introduced in order to prove his compliance. Jules is a monster. Diane might also be monstrous, but at least nobody wound up suffering. Like, it's a horrible thing they did, but this is somehow so much worse. Wall removal and transportation, lane cell, I'm off. Section of cell's southern wall needs to be removed and transported to level 5 for analysis. Urgency high, tools required. It's not my job to know which tools you need to use to cut concrete walls. It's your job. Important. The wall must be removed very carefully. The paint on the interior side must not be damaged. Get into that one was that he had the wall removed. Alright. Ah, yep. Disappearing elevator.
Is thick. Won't open while the floor's on lockdown.
Well, here's hoping there's a shelter nearby. I hate to leave us in suspense. Start what I can, finish even more. Ah! There we go. Don't mind if I do. Reloaded? Reloaded. Terrific. And another. Alright. Well, before we do that, just a quick run up. Quick reconnoiter. Level 2 access.
A higher access card.
So sorry.
Sorry, but I need this.
Alright. Can we even? Anybody else? Okay, good. Today's password. I maintain that seeing a movie together does not begin a relationship. Today's password is the date of our special unforgettable anniversary, plus brown shape with horns. Love you! .44 is right, yeah, so I guess you're telling me you don't know when our anniversary is. Well, good luck with that. The Marmonts are losing it. Big surprise. I bet Diana set Jules' background to a big old turd or something, once again making their shitty marriage everyone else's problem. Password you sent didn't work. Black Void. Is 44 right? From the list of Lane's paintings? I need to get in, or this is going to be a total waste of Wednesday. Can you believe this new password policy? What security concerns are they talking about? We're a fenced-off government bunker in the middle of nowhere. I think they're getting paranoid. Anyway, I set the security terminal's new password like the memo suggests. Our anniversary is the base number, then Black Void. So we know 44 to the last two. Valid concerns. Man is a tyrant. Speaking up for safety is no reason to fire someone. I knew it. She was way too vocal in last week's hands-on meeting. I found out what happened to Trisha. Jules just fucking fired her. Ugh. I made that reservation for our anniversary, which I certainly never forgot was a week from this Friday. Let's take separate cars from the office. Can't have the bosses seen us leave together now that those hypocrites have banned all inter-office relationships. Okay, a week from this Friday. And in 2024. I think I can get the puzzle work out of the way. Uno momento. So, nabbing a 2020 free calendar. Let's see, September 14th would be a Thursday, and the 22nd would be the following Friday. So, 09/22/44, I think. We'll leave that mystery solving for next time. We're gonna grab a save, and that's... Oh, they were kind enough to provide one. I just went looking. Security technical, effective 13th. Okay, all passwords are to be reset daily to address security concerns. We are aware this may be an inconvenient change. Yeah, permanent birthdays with self-defense courses. Learn taekwondo and judo and more. Yes, the high-rise kick. Not something I was ever able to get my hips to do. Why do I call it a high-rise kick? Because reasons. And I played too much Tekken. I think it was actually like Tequila Sunrise for one of the characters. All right, Trashkin. Well, that's a healthy start into the lake house, Trashkin. I hope you're enjoying the run. I still am, even though it's been a month's worth of work. So, Trashkin, I'd like to thank you for coming out. I'd like to thank you for watching. If you'd like to see the rest of Alan Wake 2 or the series from the start, we have that all set and ready to go. We even have it on the Halloween special playlist if you want to watch from one end of the series through to the other, including this. So, I've been your humble host, Rasp Trashbear, and until next time on Trash Tier Gaming, I'd like to remind you all to count your spoons, hydrate, medicate, and take care of yourselves as best you can. Don't forget to tell the people you love you give a good damn. Go play some games. Good night, and I'll see you all in the next one.